Here we go. Now I'll see if this waste bin holds together. There's one seam on it that could prove a little tricky. But we'll keep it a reasonable little fire in this one because it's all we got to cook the soup with. Just some chicken noodle soup, one of these package mix things, but I'm going to add in some real veggies and some real chicken, kind of real chicken, and just saute these veggies in there with a little bit of butter / olive oil and sea salt. The ring came off my pudding can. What could go wrong? All right. So that's something to watch out for. On the list of surprises, that's not one I was expecting. If you put the pot right in, it creates an explosive flame situation when you pull it out. So, okay, lesson learned on that little thing. I'm just going to kind of do it like this, and when that gets down to some coals, then I'll put the soup on to kind of cook it and keep warm. But with active open flame, that is a bad and dangerous situation. But it's holding together so far. It's not falling apart.
Rachel, this is way too much.
Except it wasn't.
You shouldn't have.
Well, she didn't. Because Rachel only spent $75 on what her cousin thinks cost $200. We see you, Rachel.
Where regular brushes miss, Oral-B Electric hits for 100% clean teeth.
Listen, Erie, good life, great lake.
Gifts, decorations. How will we afford the holidays?
Go to Lowe's.
This soup cooked up really good, just keeping it warm there, and time for a couple of hot dogs. And for the record, this is a brand new fly swatter. It's not a used one. I guess, if you put it in the fire, you cook off anything that was on it anyways. So it's a good handy little tool. When they used to make those antennas on cars, you could unscrew them, the metal ones. Those used to be a good one too. Freshest buns I could find today aren't my favorites, but that's okay. Yeah, I spent a lot of time in Nova Scotia. I mentioned in one video that we decided that we're keeping my mom's house in the family. So I went out there to get it ready for winter. And my mom was an amazing woman, but she was not in home improvement. So in order to get the place all insulated, get the furnace up to speed, make sure that there's not going to be any problems when it gets down to -20 this winter. Took a little bit of time to get that sorted out, and I became kind of the contractor guy, just driving around, picking stuff up, placing orders, picking stuff out, which I'm not good at anyways. So now I got some time to breathe and relax. Now we're camping. All right. This smells amazing. And it is. Wow. Those little soup boxes, those soup packages, it doesn't take a lot of fixing up to really make them pretty decent. Looks like it's going to be soup for breakfast, but look at this hearty, delicious soup. The wind's really picked up too. So I'm gonna let the fire burn down. Keep a close eye on it too, because there's some dry leaves, etc. But oh well. So you can see this smoke has been doing this all evening while I've been sitting here. We'll just give it a sec; it'll move. But overall, this thing worked amazing. Aside from not having air holes. If it had the air holes on it, it'd be really good. The seams held up good, bottom's good, and surprise, surprise, a cheap stainless steel thing actually worked pretty good. And the tent is holding up. This little stool I've been sitting on, not so good. So these little trash bins, they're best used probably for just trash. And it's all worked pretty good here. I think the star of the show is these little hot dog roasters. These guys really did the job very wonderfully. And okay, I'm gonna start getting ready for bed. I'm not really tired yet, but the smoke is just getting to me. Little sleeping bag, just a basic guy here on top of this little ground mat is doing surprisingly good. By the morning, probably not, but that'll work nice. Got that set up, and now back to Firewatch. Yeah, I got a bunch of little lights hung up in the trees, so if I need to use the restroom in the night, I can kind of get my orientation and see where I'm going. And I'm at that age where I will likely need to. Yeah, clearly using cleaning supplies for camping is really silly. Not very practical, but it can be done. And I hate seeing really expensive camping gear, because when you're camping, it should be the cheapest, most free thing you can do, which is a bedroll by a fire and a can of beans. And when I see $300 jackets and $100 backpacking tarps, like, for the lightweight stuff, I know it's expensive to get the good gear, but for car camper, weekend warriors, you use just about anything. That's the way I like to do it. I'm gonna wait for this to burn down. The smoke has really been chasing me around quite a lot, and there's some dry leaves around here. So with no further ado, I'm gonna kick back, watch this fire for a bit, crawl right in and hunker down for a good, hopefully not smoky sleep. All right, the fire has burned down a little bit, and I think just about time to crawl into my little cleaning supply shelter for the night. And there's a little bit of snow coming down. Thought it was ash at first, but there's some snow particles coming down. It's all right. My 3-season tent can do the job quite nicely. So, yeah, feels warmer in here already. And we will see you guys in the morning, and unless something cool happens at night, and in which case I will have the camera ready to roll. Once you're in the sleeping bag, warms up quite nicely. Good morning, my frosty friends. Did get a little skiff of a little bit of snow last night. It was slightly below zero. This thing turned into a bit of a wind tunnel, and I could have used more tape for sure. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I've slept in much worse than this. Could have used a little more paper towel in my sleeping pad here, but I'm gonna take this down. Ugh. Woo, move quick today. So I'm going to return these rocks to the stream because the fire ring has enough rocks, and I want to be kind to nature. This thing should come down no problem and pack up in a second. Haha! That's quicker than your ordinary tent. There's the gloves. I could have used those. There's even a bunch of leftover wood for the next fellows to come along. And there's people that hike this trail. I saw one last night. So that was cool. It's always embarrassing when I'm wrapped up in garbage bags with mops and stuff. But it's good to know there's people around because there is no cell service. And if I am in trouble out here, I don't have my GPS emergency beacon with me. It would be really nice to know that people occasionally come by. But we'll wrap up the rest of this and call it a trip. Unbelievable that this thing stood up to that fire for quite a while. Perfect shape. Just needs a little polishing. Could just probably return it to the store. I won't do that though. Okay, one last little check here. Now I've got everything. I'm out of here not super early, but before all the hikers